Okay, so things that set up we were discussing now. Obviously, ball position was creeping a little bit far forward. It wants to obviously be left heel. If it gets sort of outside that position, you are going to catch it a little bit late in the swing, and you will just pull hook it to the left if you're not careful anyway. So even a good swing will be punished by a big hooky shot, okay? Yeah. But in terms of the distance from the golf ball, you can see we just got a little bit closer. You're a bit more on top of the golf ball now, a little bit taller and more, I say, over the ball. Your weight now is sort of down to the middle part of your feet, not where you did have it before, more towards your toes. Now, if we just watch the first movement as you go back here now, as the club gets to about here, okay, that knee's gone quite a bit, and your spine's dropped down. We compare that to here. Yeah. Much better position. Yeah, you look a lot more solid there. The club's worked back nicely towards the camera. The club now is starting to work up, and your spine angle's maintaining. So the club now is starting to go up, whereas this one now we're getting that club to go a bit more around your body. Left arm gets very, very low here in terms of your backswing. A lot of leg action, low left arm. This one here now, your left arm gets a little bit higher. You can see the difference in your left arm across your chest. Okay, and by how much your lower half has moved. That's more leg action. Okay, that one there looks as if you're almost going to just tipple forward and just fall forward. As a result of that now, you then got to come back by pushing that leg up off the ground to try and find some balance, and in doing so you end up going back on your back heels. You're reaching out for that golf ball a lot. The club now is coming way on the inside, closed club face because you were setting down with it a bit closed. The information of the ball is just that, unfortunately. And then when you play golf and you see that type of flight, you then go, right, I don't want to go to the left, I'll just try and hit the ball to the right somewhere by trying to sort of hold the club face open. And with this path coming from in here with the face open, it's just right going right. So you're making the golf course very, very narrow because you're shaping the ball so much. So at least with a higher left arm there now, that club can come back down more on line with the target. So much more neutral path into the golf ball. Nice strike, and the body then can just release through up on the target. There's a little bit of a wobble back on the heels there, but that's kind of been the issue before, because you're on your tiptoes. When you finish the swing, you have to almost sort of come back on your heels, didn't you? Because if you didn't, you'd just fall over. Absolutely. So now you haven't got to. So when you did that movement, there, hang on, didn't need to do that, did I? So over time, you'll find certain movements now when you're slightly closer in slightly different balance positions, things you probably did without even thinking about, almost instinctively. As humans, we're sort of self-preserving to try and stay upright. If we're going to be on our toes too much to stay balanced, we have to then sort of lunge back onto our heels, and that sort of sign as you came through there, sort of just sort of fall back on your heels a little bit, as you can see, you're leaning this way now, was your compensation from your previous swing where you were too much on your toes. So get less on your toes, slightly closer, so you're going to feel a little bit closer to start, but roughly about a hand and a half width from there would be fine. So your arms hanging down from the shoulders nicely, and your weight distribution now is sort of in the arch of your feet, not on your tiptoes or the balls of your feet, sometimes people sort of explain. So get yourself equally balanced. Like I said, a good chest is keep your spine angle there and rock back on your heels and toes. Can you lift them both equally? If you can't lift one, or you can lift one more than the other, you're probably on the one you can't lift up. It's logical, isn't it? If the way back on your heels, lift your heels, you can't lift them, can you? So with that there, now the club can start working, as we said, back more in front. It can get a better angle, going back more up on the correct angle, rather than so far around that sort of slinging sort of hook. But a golf ball going left, Steve, you're going to try and swing it back on this angle to stop it going left. Because the more this way you come back, the more right it may go, or the more right it may start. But if the club face is closed, as we saw, the more right it starts, the further left it's going to end up. And then you start aiming further and further right. It's a vicious circle. So that makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good stuff. Have a couple more there, mate, to finish off with.